Hey guys, thank you so much for watching mamafiyatarot. This is going to be a quick reading for my fellow lightworkers. I feel like we have been hit with some really crazy energies lately, and I think that we need a reading just for us, and to give some advice just for my fellow lightworkers, because it seems I'm noticing, posts from other tarot readers and talking to other lightworkers that they're really going through it right now, and I don't know what's going on. So, I suspect that because our work is becoming more and more, popular, that we also are getting a lot more hate. It's like with more attention comes more shade, So, I'm just going to tap in and see if I can get any good advice to help my fellow light workers like myself. I know I've been feeling it too, even possibly from other light workers. I sense a lot of like jealousy around our community, and it doesn't work. Like, and I'd hate to see, that, and I've seen a lot of good like tarot readers on YouTube just disappear, Ooh, the Hermit. I didn't get to pray yet, but, so whether you're a YouTube tarot reader, you're a hotline tarot reader, you're a psychic who owns their own small business, you're a Reiki master, you do integrated energy therapy, you do crystal healing, whatever your light work is, even if you're just a counselor, nurse, teacher, I consider that light work a lot of the time. Outreach workers for sure are in here as light workers. If I used to work with adults with developmental disabilities, and considering how much I got paid to do that, especially in the day programs, that definitely felt like light work too, because it was soul fulfilling, not financially as much, So, all right, let's do this. Dear Father God, Mother Earth, Spirit Guides, Angels, and Ancestors, please protect me and my viewers by only allowing in messages from the highest vibrational beings and block any negative energies from entering this sacred space. So mote it be. And also I have 7 courses taped specifically for lightworkers, and I will be revealing those very soon. So watch out for those. All right. Whoa, lightworkers. Lightworker energies. What's going on? Ooh, set your sights higher. This is my spy kid, so this being on the bottom of the deck tells me that, a lot of work online, a lot of internet, a lot of people may be spying on you too. A lot of people watching what you're doing. You still got to get yourself out there, though. You can't be afraid to get yourself out there. It's important that you focus on the spiritual path. And a lot of my light workers are going to be getting messages through dreams, in their dream space. And I feel like it's important that you listen to those dreams, possibly write them down, but really focus on the spiritual path. I mean, there's no other way about it. You were sent here for a reason, Ooh, see your seeds grow. And follow the voice of your soul. These are great cards, you guys. So it's all about not being afraid to be your authentic self. Put the work in, though. You've got to plant the seeds, And a lot of you already have. A lot of you have done so much work on your businesses, on getting yourself out there. It's just you got to keep moving forward. A lot of people who do this work have been feeling like they've been getting blocked on all ends, which gets a little overwhelming, and I feel like I've been feeling it too. Like, it's the last couple months has been kind of a nightmare, and it's been not just for light workers, but for a lot of my clients too. I mean, whoa, the Wheel of Fortune. We all have karmic debts to pay, right? And light worker or not, we weren't always light workers. We weren't always, these ascended beings. Also, I'm getting very strongly with that Wheel of Fortune, is that ascension isn't a one-way thing. It's more like this. It's more of like a circle. And sometimes we're down and sometimes we're up. And I just keep hearing, wheels in the sky keep on turning. So a little journey coming through. Whoa. Don't worry though, because it's karmic justice. Karmic justice is here. And I'm definitely getting that by fall time, especially I'm getting October. Wow, there is a lot of, that's 2 majors right off the gate. So whatever is happening with the Lightwork community, it's bigger than us. And it's definitely something that is a little bit more out of our control. If you've been good to people and you haven't wished any harm on anyone, you're going to be just fine. If you dabbled in the darker stuff and maybe did spell work on people or did rough stuff on people, like didn't follow the light and have good intention at all times, karmic justice may look different. Yeah, karmic justice may look different. But, wow, 10, 11, 10. There's something about, now we know that we've been going through it, right? Like I said, we've been going through it. Or other people may have really purposely tried to hurt, you know, the light workers here, or you as a light worker, tried to stop you. It seems October is really, really big, with justice here being Libra, Wheel of Fortune, the 10, and then the 10 of Swords. But the 10 also denotes, the 10 of Swords denotes the end of the pain. And you got to let certain things die. You know? There's definitely, our light workers are having to let go of the old and just accept that sometimes life is hard, radically accept, like Tara Bach. I highly suggest Tara Bach's book, Radical Acceptance. Radically accept that sometimes life hurts, sometimes people don't come through, you know, but you still got to keep it moving. And you learned every single time you got hurt by somebody, or every single time you got knocked down, you've had to get back up again before, and you're going to get back up again this time. And it's more about like charging forward with confidence in your ability to change your circumstances. 6 of Pentacles, yeah, and if you keep moving forward, you're gonna get that support, that spiritual support that you need. I do believe that, you know, this has been a huge test of faith for a lot of my light workers. And the ones who kept going are the ones who are going to pay. There's something about, there may be people offering stuff that you need to drop. Like there may be like people, there's some people who a lot of my light workers have just been giving to, and not getting much in return. And it's really time to like receive. It's time for the light workers to learn to receive in a new way. Yeah, and it's like, oh, but we don't know how. This reminds me of when I was playing softball, and my coach was never around, and I ended up not learning how to slide, and we were playing a game, and I charged the girl like they do in the Red Sox instead of softball, and I didn't know how. We gotta, you know, you gotta learn how to receive and be open to receiving. Otherwise, this karmic justice isn't gonna come in. And I think I heard another reader saying something like that. Whoa. Also, a lot of our light workers are very confused about the twin flame journey. And I will say, you know, union is very, very close for those who let go and for those who surrendered. Or you may already have come into union. which is wonderful. It's a wonderful feeling to be in union with your twin flame. I want to be able to speak on it, and I will someday. But once you find that, there's nothing like it. There's nothing like real union. But there is letting go of the past. And a lot of my light workers may have gotten confused about who their twin flame actually was. And you may have had to spend some time alone. I know I spent 4 straight years in celibacy. No sex, no nothing. I got a novel written, and it was one of the most transformative times of my life. It actually got me on the twin flame journey as well. It got me on the path. And at one point I thought someone else was like, you know, I had that connection with that other person. But the fact is, there was no connection there. It was me. It was all in me. And I had to discover what that was for me. And then union came in. And it was not with that person that I originally thought. And you've got to be humble enough to be like, okay, I was wrong. Here we go. And that's when the justice comes in. Gaining a level of humbleness. And saying, okay, divine, I'm going to let you tell me who my twin flame is. I'm going to let you guide me completely. And I'm going to do it in an independent way. I'm not going to rely on other people, because it looks like some people who may have been giving to you were giving to you for the wrong reasons. They may have been, you know, it may have seemed like they were helping, but they were motives, you know? And you may have even felt like you had a really close connection with some of these people. But the fact is, they were underhanded. And the more independent you get, the better. You know, and I think even just like that's you're gonna know your karmic justice is here. Definitely September and October is speaking really loudly for my light workers. That's when we're gonna really see a big boost. And it looks like, you know, the more you do things independently, the better. All right, I got to get this. Sorry, guys. Hold on. I will continue this in a minute. Okay, my light workers. All right. Is this video resumed? It is resumed. Okay, my beautiful light workers. So it looks like the more independent you get, the more likely the justice is going to come in. So whatever it is that you're doing, I think doing it on your own is what's going to really bring in this abundance. Whoa. There's something about, like, you moving towards calmer waters. Like, you no longer letting anyone in your life affect you. Even, you know, and staying away from the people who hurt you, staying away from the people who just take and take and take. Seeing who the vampires are. You're going to finally be able to get back into that Empress energy. It feels like, you know, like I said earlier, ascension is not just, you know, you just continue to go up. We have peaks, valleys, dips, you know. Whoa. And there's definitely some rest required and meditation. You know, light workers, we got to get, something may have distracted you from your meditation practice. And you need to get back on it. It's extremely important for you guys. I'm feeling like you know, I haven't even been meditating like I usually do. And I know it has affected me. Ooh, Judgment and 3 of Cups. And you're finally seeing who's who. You've got judgment over who you want in your life and who you don't want in your life anymore. And it's funny because so many of you guys are heading towards union. Like, it's incredible. With this Judgment and the 3 of Cups. You know, finally going off on your own. Independence leads to union here for my light workers. That's for sure. So whatever it is that you feel has been holding you back, or if there's any old things that like just feel totally stagnant, it's time to move forward, whether it be that relationship. And maybe some of my light workers have to admit, like, oh, I was wrong about who my twin flame was, or I was wrong about the path I was supposed to be. I should be, doing it more like this way, or I was wrong about that group of friends or that job, even if you're intuitive, it's so hard to call your own life. And it is very important that even as if you're a psychic like me, a practicing psychic full time, you still can't call your own life. Yeah. Because sometimes, you need outside sources to help guide you. And so don't be afraid to ask for help when you're going through a lot, light workers. And it does seem there's been people who have purposely been sticking swords in your chest. It's time to take them out. It's time to let go. It's time to no longer care about the people who abandoned you. It seems some of my light workers, big time third party, Six of Wands. Once you pull those swords out, that's when the victory comes in. So a lot of you may want to do cord removal versus cord cutting. You want to pull, see the way she's pulling the swords out? Pull the attachment out. Yeah, because it's these negative attachments that's leading to the depression, the feelings of the unknown. You're moving forward despite not having a very clear picture of what's going to happen, and that's called bravery. Moving forward despite the fear. That if you're a light worker, you need to be brave right now. When 2020 first hit, it was, work, because everybody needed guidance and help. And now it's like the light workers are really taking a hit. But we've figured out who's doing it. Whether it's in an individual basis or on a larger scale, light workers are not taking any more bullshit. And it's not love and light anymore. It's, you take advantage of me, I'm leaving you. You hurt me, I'm leaving you. You do not get to occupy space in my life anymore because you hurt me. And you cause illusion and depression and pain. And I can't do it anymore. And whatever sacrifices have to be made are going to be made in order to get back to where you were at, which was, 4 Wands status union. Wow. And the Fool. We got 4 Wands a lot here. A lot of union energy for my light workers. Light workers are finally coming into union, and it's going to be with someone that you didn't expect. Your twin flame is not going to be who you thought it was. And if you're humble enough to accept that, you will get union. If you stay stuck on that person who you think is your twin flame and who abandoned you, it's not going to work. Not going to work. I know for me that's exactly what happened. And I will speak on my own union when I feel comfortable doing so on a public forum. It's, it's not something I'm willing to talk about right now. But I'll tell you, it's the most magical thing in the world. And I can promise you, it is worth it. It is worth whatever changes you have to make. And then you can really speak on. If you're a twin flame in separation, how can you speak on twin flames in union? Or how to get to union? That's why I never spoke about twin flames, because I was a twin flame in separation. I wasn't with my divine masculine. And it's once you may have to suffer some losses in order to bring this union in, but I promise you it's worth it, because then once the union really does take place, a whole new life begins. Yeah, celebration. Definitely marriage or something that looks like marriage is absolutely going to happen. And so, and I'm not to make twin flames and separation feel bad. It's, you know, basically, I mean, this was a reading who was supposed to, you know, be before Lightworkers, but it's like, so Lightworkers, we're the ones who have to show other people how to get to union. It's that simple. And letting go of that past, admitting you may have been wrong about who you have a connection with, understanding that there were false twin flames or version 1.0s, and being open to the real deal is the only way. Yep, and there may be complications along the way. And there, if you're on the spiritual path, it's not easy. It's never going to be easy. If you're like, hey, you know, I want to be a teacher, you've got to learn a lot of lessons. Yep. And abandoning this old thing does cause its own complications, right? Because it's been something, you've been getting something from it. But I promise you, once you abandon these things, these complications are going to disappear. Take time. Take the time. I mean, I do think that, like, I hate when I repeat myself like that, but, like, I feel like give it some time after you abandon these things and people for union to come in, but it will. I promise you it will. It's so important that surrender. I mean, I never really understood what that meant until I did. And generosity, wisdom, wow. It's payback time. And, you know, if you were out here taking care of people and had no bad intentions whatsoever, there's so many good things in store for us. And I can't wait to see what comes in. So I really hope this reading resonated with you, my fellow light workers and twin flames. This was definitely turned into a twin flame union reading. And I hope you enjoyed it. All right. Love you guys. Take care.